Hello everyone, welcome to Day in Life, the Aboriginal on this on my channel. Today is still March 18th, third video log for today. And I really don't have much to actually talk about now. Continue recap of yesterday, I guess. So, Mia just sat around before having to come back this way and then get a ride to town. It's like a medical driver kind of thing. And it's by the Six Nations. Let's see. Like I said, the kitchen is done. Well, not 100% done. I think it needs another coat. The ceiling needs to be white. Needs to be done. There's no. I think there's a little bit of patchwork in the ceiling. Yes. But the divider from the ceiling and the living room, there is. I draw a line. And it doesn't match like from wall to wall. It kind of comes out a little bit. So basically, say if it's coming this way, it's coming out like that and towards the end of the hallway part where it actually begins, which is supposed to be the living room there, and then there's an open spot for the thing. Anyway. My dad already started doing that, and he had to put a piece to lift up the drywall a little bit, because the ceiling drywall is down a little bit, and when they put the drywall up on the wall, they didn't push all the way up, so there's a small little gap. So that taping there that's underneath the mud from 25 years ago has already cracked and open. So my dad put like a little piece, lift up that little drywall corner, re-mud that. He had to take the tape off. The tape wasn't even really holding anything. And then during the mudding on there, and put some mud on there. He did some mudding in certain places, and the ceiling here and there anyway. So him doing that little between the living room and dining room took a little bit of time, because he had to put the putty up there, and him now working upside, like his hands are upside down and stuff, and working a little bit here and there, and he's used his hands for carving and stuff and stuff like that, and from doing this and that, his arms are sore, So I'm just sitting there. I asked him, "Hey, you want me to do this?" Like he goes, "No, I'll get it done," because I don't think he knows that I can do mudding. I mean, I really did much mudding in my life. I don't really have many holes in my walls over my lifetime. There's maybe been a few, or past tenants, or just helping out the landlord or super or a friend. That's really about it. I haven't really did like that. There's wherever there is a hole in the wall, there used to be a picture there. There's a hole there, and then. There's a calendar, there's some whole prints in there. What the hell? So there's a bunch of holes in the walls like thumbtack, and we call them woodpecker holes. And not only that, when you go toward the front door and the big window there's a bunch of little small holes there too, but these are nails. And I think at that time there wasn't a curtain rod up, I think there wasn't a curtain rod up, that's why. So the curtain rod, is there now. They kind of messed that up too. They're putting on red on the corners, and it split the wood a little bit on both corners. And it's surprised how that, that's really heavy curtain anyway. So my dad had to do some putty work there. He basically did the living room ceiling, and then between the living room and dining room, he did the ceiling, and there's a bunch of stuff there, and he did a little bit up of that window. So I'm just letting you guys know what what needs to be done there. Behind the big TV, mind you, there's a bunch of stuff around. My dad has to move stuff around, and usually the rooms should be empty when you want to work in there. What can you do, I guess? there's like four big holes, like screw holes for. I guess my uncle like was hanging up on his speakers before he got some tall floor speakers, and then there's a bunch of holes there too, and everywhere's been taping, and not that living room ceiling. It's all like buckling out, and just sitting there. My dad would just take the one end and go like that and pull a little bit, and it just flops off. There's not much holding it, and then you just got that the drywall. Like the drywall is kind of uneven because back then they used nails. I mean, usually you're supposed to use screws. I mean, it was the end thing 25 years ago, but I guess they did nails at that time. I think this house here is, wow. This house here is about 24 years old. So my grandma's old place, the uncle is in there now, that's about 26 years old. That's the most anyway. Don't really quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure the actual timeline, but I know, I think I was in here, moving here between 17, 18, and yeah. So yeah, that's what that is. And it took him a little bit of time. I think it's because his arms are getting sore and tired, and he's going up and down the ladder because he's in position this, position that. First of all, he started ripping the old drywall tape off, and the only thing that's really holding on to that drywall was the paint, and it was buckled here and there, and just drooping, gonna fall off anyway. So, yeah. Not really much more to say on that. So he did the living room and a little bit of patchwork and walls here and there, and the roof, he did a lot of mudding on the roof because he tried nailing in the nails, make them in there and throw in some screws here and there, and then far enough away in the mud, all that stuff. But he wants to try to keep it smooth and it looks like professional work and stuff, not their crappy job they did years and years ago. So basically, we're just sitting around there until I said, "Hey, no, I got to go." I think he came back to my uncle's. I'm not too sure if he just stayed here. I didn't really ask him. Yeah, he might have stayed here. I don't know. Really don't know. But not really anything else to talk about on that. Not really much more to talk about on that. I don't know. It looks like a lot of work anyway. It looks like a lot of work. Do I have much time to talk about this? Because what he has to do is he has to. Well, I'm gonna try to do some mudding if he lets me. Do some mudding. But there's mudding needs to be going down the hall because there is a gap. There's a gap like that between the drywall and the ceiling, and the tape work is already busted off. It's already gone. It's already split that all the way down the hallway. And then there's a bunch of crisscrossing here and there, maybe 2 or 3 crisscrossing from putting drywall pieces up. So that's got to be mudded and taped, and a little bit of mudding on top of that. I remember back then when my dad just used to do mudding, he used to put this paper stuff in a slip or something like that, and then put it on the thing, and it would form into there, and it'd be nice and thin and easy, and not really much mudding work to do on that. Let's see. So yeah, that's what you gotta do there. He's gotta do the whole edging of the living room. I mean, he only did some patchwork center and stuff like that. Their kitchen, I think, needs one spot. Then you got the corners. The corners going from the top to bottom. All those corners need to be done too. And somewhere down by the baseboard thing, you need to do some stuff there too. So it does seem like there's going to be a lot of work because, I mean, you got a big bucket of mud. My dad's trying to smooth things out and trying to make things, even and stuff. So, it's something he's doing. Oh, there's also an old light switch. They fixed light switch so it was multi-purpose. Instead of having the double light switches there, you got one light switch that holds 4 instead of two and 2. So the old thing was already, already disconnected and just sitting there in the hole. So my dad, to cut some time, he shoved it with shopping paper, filled it with shopping paper because it's a dead box, And after that, putting on the one coat. He did put the one coat on. It's not completely smooth yet. He wants to put another second coat on so it's set. I think he's going to go check that today, maybe. Maybe he might check that today to see if the drywall is, the mudding is actually dry for him to do some sanding. So I mean that's a pretty good idea to cover up the old is it a junction box or something like that? Something in the box. It's an old switch box, I guess you'd say. It's old switch box. It's gone, it's disappeared. And that's all I gotta say right now. So if you guys do like this video, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe to me. And share this video on the channel. Might benefit you, might benefit me. Please do tell your friend and family about me. Thank you for this video. Time you guys watch it. Hope you all have nice days, morning, and night. And remember, it's better to be Aboriginal than original.